Coming up, a Texas organization is looking to help educators. We'll tell you how. And shortly after a threat to a Brownsville academy, more threats reportedly being made across the valley. What school officials are saying. Hey Faqueros, I'm Juan Carlos Marquez. This is the fourth fall edition of KVAQ-TV. Today is Monday, September 16th, and at the top of the newscast, the Texas American Federation of Teachers revealed its Educators' Bill of Rights in hopes of getting it pushed for hearing in the 2025 legislative session in Austin. Perla Cortez has more on what this can mean for teachers in Texas.
JC, a similar Educators' Bill of Rights has been presented before in 2023, but this one is different. According to an official, the original Educators' Bill of Rights passed in the Senator's 88th legislative session did not provide enough funding for public schools. Through conferences and surveys, the Educators' Bill of Rights is a document created by members of the Texas AFT and teachers ranging from pre-K to 12th grade. President of Texas AFT, Sept.16, says the organization engaged with members about what they wanted to see and keep educators on the classrooms.
The information that was on it was tilted towards a backdoor tax cut for people that send their kids to private school already, and not really about funding our public schools at the adequate levels that they needed to be. So we decided that we were not going to allow them to take our language and twist it around to what they wanted.
Capo mentions that because of the low wages educators receive, some have suffered conditions where they cannot pay for health services.
We've had people hospitalized for those types of reasons simply because they don't feel like that they can afford it. And you know, it shouldn't be that if you gave 30 or 40 years to your state and to your community, that you should be in that type of a position, particularly because most people in Texas don't realize school employees do not get Social Security.
Under the Texas AFT Bill of Rights, there are 10, which includes educators to have the right to reasonable working conditions, to fair wages, the right to secure retirement, academic freedom, as well as having democratic representation and more. For a full list of those rights, visit our KVAQ-TV website. Texas AFT member and UTRGV political science professor Clyde Barrow says the Bill of Rights will help Texas education receive a better livable wage and freedom in what they can teach.
Our salaries do not even keep pace with inflation. Our pensions have been eroded. Our protections, legal protections have been eroded, and our participation in decision-making has been rendered virtually non-existent. The result, of course, people are leaving. They're leaving the state, they're leaving the profession, and that's a trend that's going to continue.
The 89th legislative session begins January 14, and the bill is expected to be presented. For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Perla Cortez.
According to Brownsville ISD, a student has been arrested for sending a threatening message to local pre-K through 12th grade academy last week. The statement, posted on September 7th, states the student who got arrested reportedly sent threatening messages within a group chat to his friends, implying he will bring his gun to his school, Jubilee Pablo Kissel. The numerous messages threatened districts such as McAllen, Mercedes, Alamo, and Westaco. Although none of its schools were directly mentioned in any of the threats, multiple school districts still released statements stating that all threats will be taken seriously. Edinburgh CISD Chief of Police Ricardo Perez Jr. says even if they're intended to be pranks, there will be legal consequences.
Whether you want them, all threats are taken seriously. And, we have the manpower and resources to mitigate that and investigate the things.
In the same Brownsville police statement from earlier, the department urges parents to, and I quote, speak with their children about the seriousness of making such threats and the consequences that follow, end quote. Now to politics. The 2024 presidential debate aired last Tuesday with former President Donald Trump as the Republican presidential nominee and Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic presidential nominee. Both candidates took the stage in an empty room, answering questions on immigration, climate change, abortion, the conflict in Ukraine, and more. Some UTRGV students are now sharing their thoughts on the debate. Celine Bocanegra has those reactions.
In the presidential debate, topics like inflation, abortion, immigration, Palestinian-Israel conflict, climate change, and brief mentions of Project 2025 were discussed. UTRGV political science professor Mike Coswin says it is essential for individuals to vote.
Because the importance of voting is about maintaining a democracy. It's democracy only functions. A democratic republic only works if the people participate in the process.
Business freshman Oscar Salceda says voting can make a change in the current issues of the country.
I think it's very important for people to vote because a lot of people like to, say that we need one thing or we need the other, or like they like to complain, but they forget the fact that they could vote and, help make a change.
When asked if picking any political figure can be difficult, biology junior Jesse Chavez talks about how he believes there is no such thing as a perfect candidate.
Everybody's always going to have some fault. It's mainly about picking who overall is the better candidate. I really don't think, at the end of the day, these are politicians. These are people we're hiring and instituting in these positions. So they really shouldn't be an idealistic view over one single person.
Political science freshman Jocelyn Matello says she was looking for what the candidates had to say to the younger generation.
Especially for younger generations, like, housing, financial necessities, especially college, like what they can provide for college students.
When asked if picking a political candidate was difficult, Matello says she believes it to be, since she found both of them to have good qualities.
I think it is hard because obviously they both have good qualities. Like Trump, obviously he's a businessman, so he knows more about business, but Kamala does have a lot of values of a true leader. So it's a little hard to choose.
It's great to hear from both ends. And to hear what, the Republican side has to say about their policies and the Democratic side.
For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Celine Bocanegra.
Now, let's take a look at the weather. Here is forecaster Desiree Villanueva with a look at the 5-day forecast.
Let's take a look at this week's forecast. Today, Monday, we have partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms throughout the afternoon. Tuesday, we have partly cloudy skies with a high of 92 and a slight chance of rain. Wednesday, sunny with a high of 96. And Thursday, also sunny skies with a high of 96. Friday, mostly sunny skies with a few showers throughout the afternoon. Make sure we stay dry and hydrated this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Desiree. Here at UTRGV. And now to this week's police reports. This past Monday, a reportedly armed male was spotted walking near the south side of the Edinburgh campus. Security footage shows the individual never entered the campus area and was since let go. Last Tuesday, a woman was arrested at parking lot B1 on the Brownsville campus for illegal possession of marijuana. The woman was transported to the Brownsville Police Department. Last Wednesday, a hit and run occurred on parking lot E26. No injuries were reported, and the case is still being investigated. University Police will host different events throughout the fall semester to showcase the resources it provides. Fernanda Gonzalez attended the Greet a Cop event. Fernanda?
In observance of National Campus Safety Awareness Month, the University Police hosted Greet a Cop, a chance for students to ask questions, interact, and meet UTRGV officers. University Police Sergeant Felipe Muñoz says the intention behind the event is for the police to have community engagement.
I think it's a constant reminder for us to come out here and let our people know that we're here for them and we're available to serve and protect them at any time.
University Police Lieutenant Brian Carpenter says this event is a great opportunity to learn more about students and build a relationship with them.
There's a lot of issues going on in the world, and us as police, we don't want to be seen as the bad guy.
Some of the services the University Police provides are available on the Campus Shield app, which offers 24/7 rides or escorts to students, anonymous reports, an emergency button, campus maps, and more. University Police Assistant Chief of Police Vance Lesser says the event is one of many. The University Police will be hosting Greet a Cop on Brownsville. However, the date is yet to be announced. Lesser speaks on how vigilance is not a task University Police can take on alone.
We only have so many officers, but if we can partner with the university community, you have thousands upon thousands of eyes that are out there that can help us. And so when anybody sees anything suspicious, just let us know. Give us a call and we'll come out and check it out. So
For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Fernanda Gonzalez.
Up next, Desiree Villanueva on more with the first UTRGV football practice.
This is KVAQ-TV.
UTRGV makes history with its first open football practice last Monday. Desiree Villanueva with the story.
UTRGV Athletics states that 2,400 fans from all across the valley came to watch the players take the field for the first time.
There is less than a year remaining to debut the first football game. The Vaqueros are locked in. With helmets colliding and turf in the air, student athletes and the football head coach share how they prepared and express the feeling of being part of the first UTRGV football team.
It's a great feeling, I guess the opportunity that presented itself was, just unlike any other, so just got to grab onto it and hold onto it. I mean, yeah, we got to get 1% better every day. We got a lot of days, like 360 almost.
Junior defensive back Marcus Hurd Jr. transferred from Bryan, Texas, and says the Valley has been welcoming.
Family. It's family-oriented. They welcomed me with open arms. My family felt comfortable here. Beautiful out here. I know it gets a little hot, but it's beautiful, just right. We're progressing. We're pretty young. I mean, of course, I know a lot of young guys. It's only a few veterans. Is me, Box, a couple of other guys. So we're young, we're progressing. I think tonight we took a positive step in the right direction as a D unit. Where the Valley has backed us. These things, these pads, these good things, the good gear, the support they have shown us in the stadium, and just backing us with really speaking from my experience and welcoming me with open arms. I think it was important to show our fans and show the people that support us that we've been working. That investment is going somewhere, man. We're working our tail off, +2 mentality, and we're going to win every day.
Football head coach Travis Bush says the focus is on player development to keep the student athletes healthy and building team chemistry within the locker room.
That's the beauty of this time right now, of just developing them and let them battle that out. We've got a long way to go before we can name starters at any position. That was awesome to see that many fans here. Kind of reminded me of a NFL training camp practice.
With more excitement and support to come for 2025, UTRGV announces that season tickets are sold out for the 2025 football season. UTRGV will also be dedicating a student section for those enrolled for the fall 2025 semester. Let's go, Vaqueros!
For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Desiree Villanueva.
We experienced technical difficulties this morning. We apologize for the inconvenience. That's all for our newscast. Make sure to watch us Monday through Friday on VCast monitors and on social media. For KVAQ-TV, I'm Juan Carlos Marquez. Bees up.